Hey folks, I'm continuing my playthrough of the King's Quest series, this time with King's Quest VIII, Mask of Eternity. Released in 1998, this is the last entry of the mainline King's Quest series, and it takes a pretty sharp pivot away from the prior games. Instead of a classic point-and-click adventure game, King's Quest VIII is much more like an RPG with both action and adventure elements. It's also fully 3D, allowing for more open movement and exploration of its zones. And lastly, while King Graham appears briefly in the game, we get to play as a new main character that is not a member of the royal family. With that all said, let's kick off the intro.
I see we are running a surplus in grain this year. Excellent!
Aye, your majesty, 'tis indeed good tidings for Daventry.
We must begin construction immediately on a new silo.
Aye, sire. Consider it done. Egad, King Graham, the magic mirror.
Tell me, what does it reveal?
Woe betide us, sire. A bad omen.
Good morning, Connor.
Morning, Sarah. And how fare you and your good mother?
Oh, about the same. You know Mother.
Aye, I do. But she means well, and...
Wait, Connor! A sudden wind!
Whence came this foul tempest?
What's that?
I know not. Stand back!
Okay, so I guess our first job will be to figure out what happened and learn more about the mask piece that just landed by our feet. Let's start a new game. Alright, we'll do easy. I haven't played this in 20 years, and I'm more interested in getting through the content rather than making combat more challenging.
By the virtues! What vile magic has invaded Daventry? And what is this? Be gone, Raven! Leave her be! Whither does it fly? I know not the evil which enslaves you, Sarah, but I vow its defeat and the deliverance of your sweet soul.
So, right away, I'm immediately caught by the feel of this zone. It's a very stark contrast from the bright and colorful King's Quest VII. I suspect there are influences from several other RPGs from that era. The moodiness of a dark Daventry here, the pitch black sky, the bleak music. It reminds me a lot of Diablo, for example. The Old English that Connor speaks in reminds me of Ultima, while the UI was apparently inspired by Daggerfall.
Widow Burke, I pledge my life that both you and Sarah will walk our fair land once again.
The controls are going to take me some getting used to. In fact, the default key mappings aren't quite natural for a 3D game nowadays, so I had to remap a bunch of them. Today, most 3D games have similar movement and camera controls, but this was like brand new in the late 90s, and the industry hadn't quite figured out a standardized set of controls yet. So while the default mapping had arrow keys, in this case I've remapped it to use WASD for movement. I also remapped the start and end combat keys to R and F, making them a little more accessible from the movement keys. The mouse controls the camera, but only horizontally. Moving the mouse up and down can either zoom in or out, or I can pivot up or down with the toggle. Okay. Let's follow the road here. I can jump with a space. Whoa. Nice. And I can backflip, apparently? Let me see. Oh. Wow. Okay, cool.
Thank heavens, my own dwelling. Although I should check for intruders.
Huh.
My dagger. Oh, Raven, what have you? Whither does it fly?
I have to pick up mushrooms as I find them. This is my food source that'll heal me. I can practice combat here. Apparently if I hit it a few times I can get a level up. I can't even seem to hit it. Here we go. Okay. Let's follow that raven. Some more mushrooms here. I'm getting shot at.
Come closer, lad. Never mind Dante. He just tries to be helpful.
Oh, the raven's name is Dante.
Hello? You're still alive. But 'twould seem only half so.
I am a wizard, lad. A very good one. I knew the vile tempest was approaching and swiftly conjured a countering spell, although, as you can see, 'twasn't enough.
Tell me, good wizard, what was the tempest's nature?
'Twas a magic of darkness. The mask of eternity has suffered a terrible fate. 'Twas destroyed by an evil entity, which has since taken up quarters in the mask's sanctum sanctorum.
The mask of eternity?
Aye, lad. The mask of truth, light, and order. Now it lies in 5 fragments, scattered separately across the land.
5?
Well, 'twas 5, but you now possess 1. That leaves 4.
I? Zounds!
Indeed. Now chaos reigns, and the vile spirits who rule the elements are free to cause mayhem o'er the land. Mortals like you now find themselves trapped within rocks and stones. But you, lad, have been chosen to perform the sacred task of finding the remaining 4 pieces of the Mask of Eternity and returning the mask to its most holy sanctuary. The mask itself, 'twould seem, has chosen you.
I am honored to perform such a noble quest, but where do I begin?
'Tis, my friend, for you to discover. I know no more. I can, however, conjure you a magic map which will aid you in travel throughout the land. Behold!
I am grateful, sir. My destiny is clear. I shall prevail.
Alright, let's take a look at that map. Alright, so it updates based on where we've been. Alright, I'm gonna head back. Stay away from the church and crypt here so I don't get shot at. But I do want to try to get in there because I can get that guy's crossbow.
Tis a long jump, but I can make it.
Can we? Alright, let's save before we try. Okay. Nice. Gotta get out of here. Mummies everywhere.
Whence came these foul creatures? This is madness!
Nice. I like the crossbow.
Your crossbow is no match against this evil power. I shall not stop until you are free to walk once again. You shall see the light of day once more, good wife Sims. I swear it. Even a poor babe in a cradle. I've got to stop this, to undo this evil. These leather boots will help me immeasurably.
Got some protection here.
Under these trying circumstances, I'm sure these good people will understand my present need for their gold. Under these trying circumstances, I'm sure these good people will understand my present need for their gold.
I had to click the basket. I was trying to click the mushrooms. There we go. Okay.
Farmer Sims, even you? I vow to you with every fiber of my being that you shall work your fields once again.
So, I'll be honest, when I first played King's Quest VIII, I wasn't really a fan. The whole darkness vibe of Daventry and then the Dimension of Death were not something that I expected from the King's Quest, especially after the bright, cheery, and silly King's Quest VII. But I admit, playing this again now, perhaps now with more familiarity with 3D RPGs, I find it much more enjoyable now than I did back then. The control issues aside, it feels like the gameplay aged surprisingly well. I just wish I could get a greater view distance than I have now. Can we open a barrel? Yes, but nothing in there.
Ah, the tavern. Even it shows damage. You will live to walk the green land of Daventry once more. I promise you that. Poor Julia. You were there for me when I had troubles, and now you need me. I shall persevere until you are freed from this horrendous evil. Aye, leather gloves will surely help. Wretched fellow. The plight of the good people of Daventry is almost more than I can bear. I must help them.
I like the music in the houses and taverns. It's relaxing compared to the outdoors. Daventry does look a lot different here from when we saw it in previous games. In King's Quest I, there was no town, but a lot of scenes inspired by fairy tales. Here, at least this part of it, looks like a traditional medieval fantasy town. It has a tavern, mill, homes.
Joseph, my friend, you and I have toiled side by side. You are a good man, and I shall persevere to free you from this evil imprisonment.
At least I have endless bows, or arrows. Huh. Of course, all this stuff landed in the water. Oh, of course it landed in the water.
Mr. Kavanaugh, I am sickened by your plight. I promise to do all I can to save you from further torment. Poor woman. It must be torture for her. I must do all I can to free her. A child's drawings. A child must live here.
But there's no child.
A child must live here. "'Tis beyond my reach."
Heh. And he's even got a newspaper. Although, I guess nowadays it'd be a phone.
I possess a magic map.
That was the wrong weapon. But I just leveled up, so now I have full life. Okay. jump. Okay.
What's this? Alack, what goes here?
Usurper, the masked piece, hand it over.
By whose authority, sir?
Enough talk. Give it here.
Or fight for it then. On guard.
Oops. The sound cuts out if I click another window.
Despicable varmint. Whence came he to Daventry?
Accidentally clicked on that potion. Okay.
I could use that rope and hook.
That's a grapple, or rope and hook as it's called in game. It'll let me rappel up certain walls and cliffs. A very useful thing to have. But we'll have to stop the mill in order to get it. There we go. These controls really are kind of awkward. I'm just not used to them. Well, I'm sure I'll get used to it with enough practice.
The way to Castle Daventry. The road to Castle Daventry is blocked. How can I travel there?
There is another way in. We'll come back to it later.
Seek ye the dimension of death. Find the door of divine origin. The urn will reveal the way.
Okay.
Forgive me, Sir Knight, but what should I seek?
The dimension of death, Sir Champion. Find the door of divine origin. The urn will reveal the way.
Door of divine origin. It's supposed to be the church.
Tomb of Sir James of Daventry. The famous knight of many years agone. The door is bolted shut. This must be the sarcophagus of Sir James. This must be the sarcophagus of Sir James.
Is there a way to push it open?
This must be the sarcophagus of Sir James.
It looks like it would open. There we go. My mouse seems to disappear sometimes. There it is.
Forgive me, great knight, but I may have need of your ring. Hark, pathetic beast. Why so sad?
A pox on thee! I am a magnificent unicorn, not a pathetic beast.
A unicorn?
I, although woe is me, I have lost my horn, and my appearance besides.
Pray, good creature, how could such occur?
In the name of Bedlam, sir, I was simply eating grass when a horrible tempest struck and tossed me violently. After it cleared, whilst I was momentarily confused and muddled, a vile swamp witch crept out of yon pond and swiped my horn. The loss of it hath rendered me a most hideous beast, as thou canst plainly see.
So, would the recovery of your horn change you back to a unicorn?
Indubitably. My true form wouldst be returned to its full and natural glory.
Well, good beast, I cannot promise, but if by happenstance I spy your horn during my travels, I will return it to you.
I am grateful, sir, although I will not hold out much hope.
Okay. So we'll have to look for that later. She said it was a swamp witch, so I guess in the swamp is where we'll find the horn.
The Old Castlekeep of Daventry. I should search it thoroughly.
Old Castlekeep. So when he calls it that, I wonder if he means the Old Keep from King's Quest 1? Like, is that where we are? Or does this predate that? It doesn't really make it clear. I think there are enemies in here.
If it is at all within my power, I shall liberate you from this vile condition, good man.
So there's some traps in here, and I think those hooks disarm the traps, if I remember correctly. I think those are the traps. That would make sense.
This door is well locked.
Okay, I don't have a key. I guess we'll have to come back to that. There's a crack here, you can kind of see into the room a little bit. Not very well. There's like glowing. So it's supposed to be the portal room to Daventry is down here back when, or at some point when we get portals in the other zones, we can use that as a quick way to portal between the different zones.
A leather breastplate will offer some protection.
I'm starting to get a little more used to the controls. The zoom in and out is a little awkward though. I like to maintain it at a certain distance, but it's very easy to just move the mouse vertically and zoom in when I don't want it to. I guess that's it up here. No key.
Tis beyond my reach.
That axe is great. One-shot everything.
The alchemist shop. There could be something useful inside. Poor chap. Seems the alchemist tried securing his house, but couldn't save himself. A scroll of magical instruction for a spell of might. I carry a hero's ring. I bear a piece of the mask of eternity.
I think the scroll is the only thing we need from here. There are some other potions. This just brings us back to the fountain here. Okay, we need to grapple up the church since the door is blocked.
Alack! The evil tempest has damaged the church. Now the door is blocked. Is there a place I can grapple down? Oh, I can. A rope and a hook could prove useful for climbing.
There we go.
Not even a priest is immune to this vile affliction which infects us. I swear, Father, that you shall walk upon our fair land once more while there is still breath left in me. Alack! The evil tempest has damaged the church. Now the door is blocked. Alms for the poor.
The urn. Which way do we push it?
It appears to be an urn.
There we go. Weird that the crypt just has a random portal to the Dimension of Death. Is there anything else in here that I need? Yes.
I carry a sacred flame. A rope and a hook could prove useful for climbing.
There's more. Maybe I should just use the axe. Any more? All right.
My weapon! It passed right through it. Egad, dark monster! 'Twas neither flesh nor blood. What now? Raven, you watch me. Why?
Okay. Let's follow Dante.
Good wizard, I beseech you, give me guidance. I have discovered the portal to the dimension of death, but upon entering it, have encountered a foul beast of darkness.
Aye, the dimension of death. It is said a monstrous shadow bane guards the threshold, and that it cannot be slain by any weapon. It can only be dispelled through the means of magical illumination.
But where can such be found?
I can concoct a magical illumination spell, lad. Go, bring me a flame from a sacred place, the ring of a dead hero, and the ashes of a torch.
Aye, Sir Wizard. 'Twill be done.
Okay. We have the ring and flame. We need the torch. One of the few places we haven't really explored yet is Castle Daventry. Since the path is blocked, there is a secret entrance through the sewer that we can take. Okay, this is the sewer entrance here. We have to block that waterfall. To do that, we climb up with the grapple.
If it is at all within my power, I shall liberate you from this vile condition, good man. It seems the mason had been replacing missing bricks before the tempest struck. Excellent. It worked.
We get a bit of a view of the world map here with Daventry lit up.
This must be Castle Daventry. Now, to find the king. Somehow this wall looks a bit different. I am not close enough.
Dining hall.
Tis a lovely portrait of Her Majesty Queen Valenice. That portrait of King Graham looks slightly off-center. That portrait of King Graham looks slightly off-center. What goes here?
Key.
I possess a hefty brass key. I bear ashes from the torch. Tis beyond my reach. Tis beyond my reach. Alas, even King Graham was no match against the evil magic. I vow to you, my lord, with all my heart, that I will place myself in mortal jeopardy before giving in to the vile forces which hold you in thrall. I swear it. I vow I will not stop, sir, until you walk our sweet land once more. You and the good people of Daventry deserve nothing less.
Graham. Definitely gonna free him.
Hello? This mirror. It must be magic. Hello? Hello? This mirror. It must be magic.
Mortal, dost thou presume to foil me? Ha! Go run to thy mother, stripling.
What? Who are you?
Bad guy, obviously.
Even your sword could not save you from this affliction. I know not how, but I shall save you from this evil plight. Your crossbow is no match against this evil power. I shall not stop until you are free to walk once again. That door is blocked. I should look elsewhere.
These loading screens used to take a lot longer, as the game had to copy files from the CD every time we switched zones, and it still tries to do that on disc. But Nico's Play from Disk patch makes it load much faster. I'm going to come down the other side of the river so I can uncover that part of the map.
Odd structure. This must be the wizard's book of magical formula. One page is blank. Lo, a magical quill. When Jupiter converges with Leo upon the firmament dome, the astral light will expand thy knowledge and unmask for thee the revelation of hidden things. I bear a parchment inscribed with the symbol of the planet Jupiter. What is this? A celestial globe? What is this? A celestial globe? Zounds! What sort of magic is this? This potion will reveal for me objects of deception, illusion, or invisibility.
Ah, invisibility. Here we go.
I carry a large silver bell.
His eyes are glowing too.
Aye, the bell belongs here.
to the champion eternal.
The Lady of the Lake.
'Twas the Lady of the Lake. Assuredly, my quest will now be successful.
Just uncovering the map on the way back. I'm not going to do that for the whole map, though. It'd take too long.
Pardon me, good wizard, but may I inquire again those items which I must gain and return to you?
Seek you a flame from a sacred place, a ring of a dead hero, and ashes of a torch.
Thank you. I will, sir. I have found torch ashes. Will this work?
Aye, lad, 'twill work wonders.
Lo, I have obtained a sacred flame from the church.
Good work, lad.
Sir Wizard, I have gained a ring from a noble knight long deceased.
Aye, 'tis good, lad. Good. All 3 items. Now, lad, behold. By all the spirits of the light, brighten the darkness of the night.
Your help has been immeasurable. May we meet again in better times. I possess a magical Ring of Illumination.
Nice. That will let us get past the Shadowbane. So, onto the Dimension of Death. Alright, let's save before we cross over. That concludes the solution for Daventry and is a good place to stop for now. Come back for the next video for the Dimension of Death.